Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are on to set 4 of MBC Game Hero versus STX Seoul. It is a 2-1 lead so far for MBC Game Hero following all 3 of those mirror matchups. First, Light took down Hwashin for STX Seoul, and then STX Seoul came back with Cal knocking off Jaehoon, and then MBC Game Hero's Hyun took down Modesty in a ZVZ. So now this is where we stand, 2-1 MBC over STX. On to the 4th match on God's Garden. For MBC Game Hero, it's going to be what I think is their best player, C, who has a 60% overall career win rate, and versus Zerg, who his opponent will be Zerg. I'll let you know who it is in a second. He is 64%, so he is very, very good versus Zerg. And for Zerg player STX Seoul, it is none other than July Zerg, the God of War himself. By the way, that is a ridiculously awesome nickname. I am God. I am the God of War, and there is nobody greater than I am. And July is hovering around something like 58% career win rate versus Terran. He's 52% or so. I mean, statistically, I guess C has an advantage, but I mean, it's July and it's C. Neither of them, I would say that there's no real advantage on this game in terms of skill. In TVZ, these two players, or this map I should say, in TVZ, so far it is 3-3, straight down the middle, 50%. So I think that we should be down for a very, very good game between these two players, C and July. And it doesn't look like anything crazy going down early game here, as always. Now we're going to get to see the split screen view here, see how fast their APM is. I really love seeing their APM during like the middle of the game when they're actually like doing like 15 things at once, and it's just like epileptic seizure. It's pretty sweet. Here in the middle game, it's just a whole lot of, during the early game, I mean, it's just like a whole lot of spam. Supply depot going down, yeah. Same as you would always expect. Nothing different going on here. It looks like July is sending out a pretty early drone. I don't know if that's to scout. Yeah, it does look like that's actually an early drone scout looking up God's Garden. God's Garden does actually have 4 main bases, so it's a pretty good idea if you're Zerg to use both an Overlord and a drone early on to scout. And remember, with God's Garden, you do have the expansion behind your base that's like pretty much free to take, and so you can get a really early second if you want to, if that is your desire. And then you also still have your natural outside your main ramp that does have a pretty big choke, but if you can defend it, of course, then you have 3 bases. And July is throwing down a hatchery at his natural first rather than his back third. I just like calling that back base the back third, and I'm probably going to continue to do that just because it is my naming convention, and since I am speaking, I get to make it up. And that is how it works. And it does look like July Zerg is going to scout out C last, because that Overlord, this map is pretty big, so that Overlord takes forever to get over there. He still hasn't actually seen it, but that drone has scouted the bottom left, seen that he's not there, scouting out the bottom right now, knows that it's not there. So July in the top left is going to see C finally in the top right, quite late. And C actually scouted out July off the bat, first try with his SCV, got quite lucky there on a 4-person map. You really only have a 1/3 chance of being right, but whatever. Not a big deal. And yeah, it just looks like standard barracks going down for, and Marines being built for C. Doesn't look like he's doing anything special. He's actually sending out his first Marine rather than waiting for more or anything. I wonder if he's just going to go to his natural, try and pick off the drone scout, or if he's actually going to do something a little crazier. Another drone, actually, the drone actually passes by the Marines on the ramp, and it's going to get a scout, and I don't know how much it's really going to be able to see. And July actually sent out a drone to his back third, and he's going to get his 3rd hatchery there. That drone looks like maybe it might survive, actually, yeah. If he just runs that drone away, it will survive. And Command Center going down for C at his natural, not his back third. So he's going to have to defend that natural pretty hardcore against whatever July throws at him. Although he did get lucky, since July is going for this 3-hatch build, he's not going to have as much early pressure. 2nd barracks going down for C. No refinery yet, I didn't see it. I think he might be throwing it down now. So yeah, that scouting SCV is still alive. It doesn't look like July's produced any Zerglings yet to even... Okay, there's the first 2 Zerglings going out, and they're going to go try and take down this SCV. Another 2 Zerglings being built from his main larva, and he's going to try and take down this scouting SCV, which he probably should try to do as soon as possible, because he doesn't want C to know how fast he techs a layer, whether he goes, when he throws out his Hydralisk down, his Spire, all of that tech Just like in any other game, you do not want your opponent to know your tech. Hence, it becomes very, very important to kill the scouting SCV, probe, drone, overlord, whatever it is. You want it dead, dead, dead. But it doesn't look like he's dedicating that much to it, just dedicating one Zergling. I don't even know what the other Zerglings are doing. I don't think they're moving across the map. Okay, there they go. Finally, they come back, and they're going to try and surround this SCV and take it down. I wonder if he's throwing up his lair at his natural, so he's just trying to keep the SCV from seeing that. That's probably what's going on. Yeah, that is exactly what's going on. He's throwing up his lair at his natural, so those Zerglings were probably just guarding the ramp in case the SCV came back and tried to go get a little look-see there. Academy going down for C. It looks like he doesn't have very many SCVs there. I think that's what the observers were pointing out. Or maybe he just did a SCV transfer. That's the reason that we saw that. Evolution chamber going down very, very early for July Zerg. I'm not sure. He must be going for an early +1... I don't know, melee attack, maybe Carapace, something like that. I haven't actually seen this too often with that early upgrades, but it must be viable. I mean, I've heard of it happening, just haven't actually seen it and played too much. Second Extractor going down for July at his natural, and he's going out with 4 Zerglings, just going to take a look at what C's doing. And he's going to see that C is doing pretty much a pretty normal M&M build. His academy just went down, so those barracks should be pumping out he should be pumping out medics out of those 3 barracks. C moving out with a bunch of Marines, obviously no medics yet, and they're just going to move out and probably kill these 4 Zerglings unless July runs them away. And yeah, it does look like July's just going to run them away. But C right now doesn't know very much. Actually, neither player really knows too much about what the other is doing, except that since C is playing pretty standard, I think July should know what's going on and know exactly the timings. And C, I don't know what he's going to do. Okay, it looks like he's going to he's moving out with these medic marine force, and he's going to force July Zerg to throw down a bunch of sunken colonies. He's going to be throwing down 3 or 4, but he doesn't have any Zerglings, and he doesn't have any Mutalisks in the area, and this could be very, very bad if C goes in quickly, like really quickly before any of those Sunkens form. And yes, he is going to go in there before the Sunkens come down, and he's going to be so much damage. That first Sunken goes down before, while it did very, very little to nothing. The second Sunken is going down. Third Sunken does pop in time to try and do some damage, but it's going to go down too. He lost a lot. He pulled a lot of drones off the line to try and do some damage, but they all died too. And July Zerg is like, I am dead, aren't I? Yes, I am dead. I played this game too long to think that I have a chance. And C and July both realize it. July GG's. And MBC Game Hero is going to take the game away from my favorite team, STX, which makes me very, very sad. Although I do enjoy watching C, so it's okay that he's the one who won, but watching July Zerg and Washin both go down in one set is kind of depressing for me. But that was just a great play by C. He went in before, it was a great attack, he went in before those sunken colonies morphed. July was just a little bit late with that. He caught July with no real military and just took the game down right then and there. So good games, and NBC Game Hero takes this 3-1. I will see you the next time I do commentaries. Bye-bye.